first book I narrated by myself. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I would like to do a different kind of video today, and that's actually a vlog of when I did my audiobook narration for the Briar Crown. This is the first book in the Zemkoska Chronicles, and it is also the first book I narrated by myself. Why did I do this? Well, to be honest, the initial reason was I couldn't afford an audiobook narrator. They charge a lot of money, and I now know why. And at the time, it was just not something I could afford. I also really don't want to use AI narration for my books. This is something very personal to me, so if anyone's going to read it, it's going to be a human, not a computer. But those are my personal feelings. I know other people have different ideas about AI narration. So that was another reason why I decided to do it myself. And I also kind of just wanted to give it a go. So I actually documented the process. Now, there aren't any clips of me actually recording on this book, although there are for Apple Seeds in the Snow when I did that one. But I recorded some of the process, how I was feeling throughout the narrating and audio editing slog that happened afterwards. And yeah, I just thought I'd share it with you here, and you can see what it is like for an author to narrate their own audiobook. Hello! So it's day 3 of my narration project for the Briar Crown. I'm on chapter 20, well, I just finished chapter 21 yesterday, so chapter 22 and onwards today. I'm really hoping I can get it finished, because as of 3 o'clock today, my kids are on summer holiday, so finding time to do that in quiet will be a little bit more challenging. I also have noticed some of them are sounding a little bit like they're getting another summer cold. So time is really of the essence here, but I'm going to do my best and do it as professionally as I can. So what do you think? Do you think I can get the recording finished today? Please? Maybe? Fingers crossed, anyway. So, an update on the book recording. I have had to stop because I have an interview in about 20 minutes, and then the kids come home for the summer holidays, and I have the epilogue and closing credits to record. But you know what, it's good weather tomorrow, so the kids can go out for a bike ride or something with my husband, and I'll get it done then. Also, the last couple of chapters were quite, there was lots of drama going on. I'm starting to feel a little bit like I need to rest my voice so that I can finish it off nicely and also not sound like a toad in my interview, which I will keep you updated on. So yeah, that's how far we've got. We're very much almost finished recording the Briar Crown audiobook. Then it's on to all the fun stuff like editing and mastering. Yay! Guess what? I've just finished recording the Briar Crown audiobook. I am beyond thrilled. Of course, I understand I may need to come back and re-record some bits if the audio wasn't quite right, or if I mispronounce things, but you know what, the bulk of it is done. I can now move on to editing, which is a new hurdle in itself, so any tips appreciated. But yay, I just feel on top of the world. Okay, so what have I learnt from recording my first audiobook? Let's have a check-in. So number 1, I drink a lot more water when I'm recording. Need to keep all this moving, and also it's really hot in the sound booth. So kudos to the professional audiobook narrators who do it day in, day out. I don't know how. Number 2, I did find quite a lot of typos in the manuscript, so if you have bought it and read it with typos, then thank you very much for overlooking those, but please never feel bad about sending me a little quick email to say if you've noticed a typo and what it was and where it was. So because I'm an independent author, so I can change those really easily actually, so never ever feel bad about doing that. So that was good. I got to go through all of that, change those, eradicate them. I have uploaded the new, improved, hopefully typo-free now files. Yeah, and so what else did I learn? Number 3, yeah, it is incredibly hard work to record your audiobook. You need a lot of stamina. So I had 2 days where I read in the morning and in the afternoon, so I did quite a few solid hour chunks, and I was absolutely wiped by the time we put the kids to bed around 7 o'clock. I could have gone to bed. I was so tired. I couldn't even speak properly at the end of it. So again, to professional audiobook narrators, how do you do that? It's very impressive. And finally, just now, it's not really what I've learnt, but I have now got to move on and learn how to edit and master these files. It may mean that I have to come back and re-record some bits. I'm hoping not too much, because I did try and do it as professionally as possible, but there may have been sounds, like for instance yesterday it just started chucking it down and I heard that, so I had to stop. Yeah, so that is a new learning experience that I'm going to have to tackle next, and again it adds into that this is a lot of work, but I had the best time doing this. It was so much fun, and I'd love to do another one, but that really does depend on what you, the readers, the listeners, think of my narration, if you can actually stand the sound of my voice, and if you think I should do another one. I may be asking for some guinea pigs to listen to it before I publish it, so if you are interested in that, do let me know. It may not be for a while yet because I do have to edit and master these files, but I can put your name on a list. So yeah, that is what I've learned so far. We might do another check-in once I've got through, or halfway through, the editing and mastering, see if I'm still alive, still going to publish this audiobook. So yeah, I thought you might be interested to hear about my lessons. So, welcome to the world of audio editing. And authors, you really don't know how long your chapters are until you have to read and record them and then edit them. I'm really starting to regret some of my longer chapters, and compared to my epic fantasy, these chapters are not that long at all. So that will be interesting. And another thing, mouth noise. I did not realise my mouth could be so noisy when I spoke, and I apologise to anyone I have ever spoken to before. It's disgusting. Like, Okay, so I forgot to say that while I was recording, I actually, roughly timed myself, and I'm also timing myself with how long it takes to editing. Now, it took me 17 hours to do the recording, although technically 2 of those hours were me faffing around and trying to get all the settings right, and then realising that they weren't, and then realising I could hear the clock and had to start again and all that kind of stuff. So between 15 and 17 hours to do the actual recording. I'm just about to start chapter 9 of editing, and I'm already at 12 hours. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what the final count will be of recording and editing and mastering. because yeah, when you think about it, when you employ a voiceover artist, a narrator to do this for you, remember they only get paid per finished hour. I am definitely seeing that side of it, and whereas before I was like, oh, that's really expensive, I now know why. This is a lot of work. So again, hats off to audiobook narrators and voiceover artists, because yeah, if you only get paid per finished hour and it takes you, well, we'll see how long it takes me to do this, but yeah, kudos to audiobook narrators. Hello, it's been a while. Yeah, you know how summer holidays are, everybody's home trying to get work done. But I've been really lucky. My husband has been taking the kids a lot, and he's taking them today, and they're gonna give me time to work on audiobook edits, which I really want to get finished because I am sick of them. Yeah, so I'm just about to start chapter 27. So I have 9 more files to go through now. Some of these are very short, they're just like closing credits and a little note from the author at the end, like a call to action. So they're really short, but this next chapter I'm going to start on, the raw file is 35 minutes long, so that's probably going to take me the rest of the morning. If any audiobook narrators out there know of a way I can speed this up, or does it just come with practice? Does it just come with getting better as you're recording, and then knowing a bit more about what you're doing as you get used to the software and the editing process? Because right now it's taking me about 2 hours to edit a 25-minute raw track, and I feel like that's a very, very long time. Or is that normal? If you are an audiobook narrator, please let me know, because anyway, I really want to crack on, try and get this finished, because I am sick of the sound of my own voice. I cannot tell if it's actually any good, if it's passable, if it's just shit. Yeah, so I want to be finished, so I better get on with it. So, fun fact about my audio recording process. Now, in my book there are these people called Demognians, and they have the affinity with plants, but not all plants. There is a hierarchy. Right at the bottom you have your hedgies, and they sort of have power with weeds and hedgerow plants and that kind of thing, hence the name hedgie. The next step up is the bloomers, and they have affinity with flowers. Then there are the arbors, who have affinity with trees. And right at the top, usually the royal family, are the people who have affinity with all plants. Now, the word for these people comes from the word botanical. So you'd think that I would have pronounced it botan, but when I was recording, every time I said botan, it just sounded like bottom, as in the thing you sit on. So, and I listened to it back, and I tried re-recording it so many times, but no, it was still bottom. So I had to make a call, and I changed the pronunciation to botan. So I know it's not quite the same pronunciation as botanical, but they are botans instead of bottoms. So I thought that was rather funny. I thought you'd like to know as well. Hello, so as you can see, I'm back in the booth. I decided to give the book one last listen through, and I'm glad I did, because I did pick up on a few things that were really quite obvious that I missed the first time round. I guess that's why they call it proofing. And as much as I'm really pleased with what I've done, having to go through it another time and picking up on things which I thought I'd caught, I'm a bit deflated. Wondering, is this worth it? Are people actually going to want to listen to me reading my work? I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I would hope some people would like it, and that, yeah, I've not just wasted an entire
month of my life trying to do this. So yeah, I know that I will get better with practice, both narrating and editing, and I have done my absolute hardest with it. But yeah, I'm just in that place right now where I don't know if this was a good idea or not.
So there you have it. That was my experience in narrating my first audiobook. As I said, it was a very dear project to my heart, as it was the first book that I've written in this series, the first one that I have narrated myself. And yeah, there were hard times. As much as I had fun with the recording, there were things which were not so fun. The editing takes a heck of a long time. And yeah, as you can see at the end there, I had a major blip. A major blip. And I almost did not press publish. I almost pressed delete on everything that I'd done. But luckily for you, I did not do that. I just thought, what the hell, let's just put it up there and see what happens. So I did say on my Instagram, I think, that the recording and editing process took me about 64 hours. However, that was before that final clip that you saw at the end, where I was not happy. And in the end, it came out to being about 70 to 74 hours for the whole process, the recording, the editing, the mastering, the and uploading of the files. So it did take a very long time. So I completely understand why getting a human narrator does cost a pretty penny, because they put so much work in. It is a lot of work, but I still think at the end of the day, having a human tell you a story is worth it. But yes, a lot of work, and I'm hoping in the future that is something that I can condense. I will get better, I will improve, get faster with the editing, although I suppose it does depend on the books. I hate to think how long my epic fantasy books are going to take me to record and edit, but I guess I can record that and tell you afterwards. You can now listen to the Briar Crown audiobook narrated by me, the author, Helen Rygh-Pedersen, on multiple sites, including Amazon, Kobo, Kobo Plus, my own website, you can get it there. You can also listen to it on Storytel, on many library services. So if it's not there, you can request it if your library provides audiobooks. Many places, I'm not telling you which one to go to, you can go and find it and use your retailer of choice. However, I am going to be putting the Briar Crown audiobook here on YouTube, so you can listen to it for free. However, that does come with a caveat, because there are some scenes I will have to take out in order for it to meet the platform's content guidelines, so it will be an abridged version of the Briar Crown. So if you want those steamier scenes, then you will either need to purchase it or read it through a subscription service. When it comes to uploading here on this channel, then I will be doing that first, chapter by chapter, so make sure you have hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you know when a new chapter has been uploaded, and then at the end I will put that together as a full file. Let me know if that tickles your fancy, something you're interested in. If you have liked this vlog, also please let me know, and I can do a similar one for my audiobook recording process of Apple Seeds in the Snow, and for that one I did have actual clips of me recording the book. Thank you very much for sticking with me to the end of this very messy vlog, and I will see you in the next video.